So I ask you this because again, everyone speaks of creating, getting a team together,
Yeah.
getting that, those people around you that either motivate you, they teach you things, or you could just bounce ideas from. I know that it has helped me a bunch. I always tell people to surround themselves with great individuals. Man, I know that when we met Newport News, man, I just there's an aura of people, a certain thing aura, and then you get to connect with those people, and then we've been connected since then, and so I seriously enjoy our team,
Yeah.
just our relationship because we're always constantly. I feel like you're pushing the crap out of me. You know what I mean? I was like, hey, this guy, I feel like Kobe and Shaq. It's like, ooh, how once they separated, it was like, ooh, he wants five, he got five. Oh, I got four, I got four. It's never a
Yeah.
evil thing, but however, it's just a friendly competition that to push. How much has a team, or having those individuals played a part into your achievement?
All right. So I liken it like this, right? Um, when speaking about just life in general, we always talk about environment. And many people get that kind of messed up where they just think environment is a space. Environment is so much. It's what you listen to, it's what you see, it's what you eat.
Mm.
And a big part of your environment is the people that you surround yourself with. That, you know, it's a cliche statement, but it's absolutely true. If you surround yourself with five millionaires, you'll be the sixth.
Mhm.
It's so if you have people around you that's like-minded, that's gonna push you instead of cage you in. I'm gonna say that again slow. If you got people that's going to push you towards greatness or towards the direction you want to go instead of cage you in, tell you that you can't do it or talk you out of doing it or just trying to diminish your vision of what you want to accomplish, those probably aren't the people you need to have around you. Everyone can use someone that can lift them up. So again, it goes back to when you feel like you can't go on right now, you know what I'm saying? I'm feeling real tired. And you call that accountability partner and you say, hey, I'm just kind of going through it today, man. I think I'm gonna chill. And then that person tells you the repercussions of chilling today.
Yeah.
And you like, oh, you know what? No, I gotta go get it. I can't. I can't just sit back. Or if it's just sitting back and watching other people that's close to you go do something that you know you want to do for yourself, how hard is it going to be to sit still and just watch them do it? And this is what you want to do. Like, no, you're not going to do that. It's all on your character, man. And that stuff pours onto you. It begins to fill you up. You begin to believe that you can accomplish it. It's so many factors, man. The team that you have around you matters so much. It's here's an idea of it. Jordan, before he got the right people around him, could not win a championship. He could not even get to the finals. He could not even get to the East Coast finals. But once he got the right people around him, now were they all on his level? No, but they played their position and they played it well. So as a team, they all went. Of course, it looked like he excelled by himself, but without that team, he never will be who he is, period. So it's the same thing in life, man, with the right people around you. Sometimes you got to interchange those pieces, but with the right people around you, man, there's nothing you can't accomplish.
Even to include sports that are one against one when it comes to tennis, when it comes to golf, when it comes to, say, car racing, it's still a team effort overall that helps. There's a caddy carrying your
Absolutely.
clubs, providing you assistance with what type of club you should be using here, there. there is a pit crew that is getting your car ready while you just getting up to them and then making sure that you are all the car is all well and done, getting in and out. Even then, in tennis, there's a coach. There's someone in the background, coaching you. Even before I know you by yourself on that tennis court. However, you can look up to the stands and see coach mimicking something. And
Mhm.
therefore, it's always a team effort no matter where you go, to include even the fans. The fans drive, when especially I always like, when we talk about followers, like fans, man, that's why people I guess following the I like the likes, I like the followers, they like that attraction, right? The team. Imagine what you can do with a team, that you can attract more, man, that's just been. But one of the going back to again back to the beginnings where you mentioned your experiences,
Yeah.
and I am sure you did not have every great experience.
Man, whose life is that?
Sure that it was a if every experience was great, I'm sure you would be in a much better place, and then I'm sure that it would be a much better or different conversation that we're having right now. However, with that not being true in every situation, not being good, and there are situations where things were just not going right. How did you stay motivated? What were some techniques you used to stay motivated to that process? Because I know people who will encounter that block or that time, the situations are not, the process is not quite working.
Yeah,
What would you tell them? Hey, not only is it because it's not just quite stick to the plan, stick to the plan. There is some strategies. There is something that you did. There
oh,
is something. So what is that? What is that? What was that? Please, I need
absolutely.
to know.
And see, that's where the shift strategy comes in at, right?
Oh,
One of the first things I show people is that, first of all, you're 100% overcomer of every situation of your life.
mm,
You survived every situation of your life right now, up to this point. Good, bad, indifferent. You survived. You batting 1,000. You haven't lost at life at any situation because you're right here,
mm-hmm.
right?
I'm with you.
So I show people the ability, think back on a worse situation than whatever you're going through right at this moment. Did you make it through that?
Here.
That's one of the first things that I do. And when we have that talk right there, something clicks. Oh
Mm-hmm.
man, yeah, I did. Or then I always get this one. No, this is the worst situation of my life. Okay, now let's look at the other situations of your life. Let's compound them. Let's add a few of them together. Do they begin to equal up to maybe as bad as what this is you're going through? Because you made it through all of that. And this is one thing right here. You made it through all of that. Do you think maybe it's a possibility that you can make it beyond this? You see what I'm saying? So I learned early to look back on my worst situation or a worse situation than what I'm in. And if I made it through that, I can get through this. Somehow, some way, it's gonna happen. It's gonna work out. And that's just how I'm wired. And I pass that on to other people to get them to kind of see that because some people don't even think that way at all, not even a little bit. Like it's kind of like it if you are in a competition and it's a pull-up competition and you always did 5 and to beat this next person you got to do 6. Well, you always did 5. All you have to do is one more to win this competition. Do you think you can probably get one more out of you even if you always did 5?
Give it to
And you're going to push so hard you just might get it, especially if you repetitiously always did 5. what you did was 5, 10, 15, 20. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? And your muscles ready to, yeah, they ready. Your muscles ready to give you 25 of them real easy. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like that. It's the same way with situations that just aren't so great. But I always look for, I know when I'm going through something hard, I know the other side of that thing is gonna be so spectacular. So when it really starts to go crazy, I
Mm.
start laughing. If you see me in a situation and it looks like I'm really going through it, but I'm kind of chuckling a little bit, man, just know I'm going through my process, and I know on the other side of this thing it's about to be spectacular. So when it come, I'll be like, yeah, bring it. Come on, come on.
Yeah.
What else you got? What else you got? Let's go.
Listen. Look, there you spoke about experiences, you spoke about values, you spoke about the why, you spoke about the people, you spoke about the resiliency on how it's important, man. That there's in the past 24, 25 minutes that we have been speaking, there has been nothing but just straight nuggets, just bananas. And I know that everyone that in the future that will be listening to this video will gain something. How can they reach you if they want to book you? And tell us what's happening, what's next, what's next for you, what's happening in your life. You know, how can they reach you? And you know, I know there's a lot of good stuff happening. So you know, let the world know what's happening and how can they be involved and to get some of their kids involved into this shift, you know?
Okay, excellent. I appreciate that. Thank you for that. So right now, I am a behavioral strategist. What does that mean? I go into middle schools and high schools and first and second year colleges, right? And I speak to students. I'm really focused on emotional intelligence because what I've learned through my studies is that emotional intelligence is a direct leverage to success.
Right.
If you have a high level of emotional intelligence, you are also a high level leader. Most CEOs have a high level of emotional intelligence. They can rationalize, they can regulate their emotions in given situations, and they can help others do the same. So I'm giving these skill sets to students in middle school and high school, first, second year college, simply because in those years they're developing and becoming the adults that's going to change the world. If they get these skill sets early, oh boy, we got some amazing leaders coming ahead of us, right? Now, how am I doing that? I'm I'm traveling, man. I'm all over the place, you know what I'm saying? Um, but for the most part, how can you reach me? You can go to darricklamar.com, DARRICKLAMAR.com. Um, just hit the book me and set up a consultation. We'll talk it out, see what your needs are, and I'll let you know what my solution base is, and we'll get it done. You know what I mean? It's very simple. And as a matter of fact, I gotta go to a middle school this week. So man, I try to stay busy. I try to stay busy.